In the golden light of a crisp morning, Juha, a man whose wrinkles told tales of a life well lived, prepared for his weekly journey to the bustling market. His trusty donkey, a small, gray creature with eyes that held the wisdom of many journeys, stood patiently as Juha adjusted his saddle. His young son, a boy with bright, curious eyes and a spring in his step, eagerly held the donkey's worn leather reins. They set off, the rhythmic clip-clop of the donkey's hooves a steady beat against the quiet of the countryside. As they meandered along the dusty path, the sun warmed their backs, and the air hummed with the sounds of nature. Juha, his mind filled with thoughts of the day's bartering and the needs of his family, listened to his son's cheerful chatter. The boy, full of youthful energy, pointed out every bird, every flower, every interesting rock they passed. Rounding a bend, they encountered a small group of villagers gathered near a shaded tree, their voices a low murmur. As Juha and his son approached, the villagers' attention shifted, and their murmur turned into a disapproving chorus. "Look at that," one woman scoffed. "The old man rides while his poor son walks. What a cruel father." Juha, his heart sinking slightly, felt a familiar pang of frustration. He knew he couldn't please everyone, yet the sting of their judgment was always sharp. He sighed, a puff of air rustling his gray beard, and dismounted. "Here, son," he said, lifting the boy onto the donkey's back. "You ride now." They continued, the boy now perched proudly on the donkey, while Juha walked, his worn sandals kicking up dust. A mile further, they passed a group of women drawing water from a well. Their eyes widened, and their whispers turned into open criticism. "Now the boy rides, and the old man walks. That's even worse. The old should rest, and the young should be strong." Juha, his brow furrowed, paused. He looked at his son, whose face held a mixture of confusion and concern. "They have a point," he thought, "though it seems whatever we do is wrong." With a gentle smile, he climbed onto the donkey behind his son. "Let's ride together," he said. The midday sun beat down mercilessly, the air thick and heavy. The donkey, burdened by the weight of two, moved with a sluggish pace. The road stretched endlessly before them, and the market seemed miles away. They pressed on, their silence broken only by the donkey's heavy breathing. As they neared the outskirts of the market town, a larger crowd had gathered, their faces etched with disapproval. "Look at them, both of them, on that poor beast. They'll break its back," a man shouted. "Having no sense of decency?" Juha, his patience wearing thin, stopped the donkey. He looked at his son, his eyes reflecting a mix of resignation and amusement. "It seems," he said, "we cannot win." He dismounted, and his son followed. "Let's walk then. Perhaps that will satisfy them." Leading the donkey by its reins, they entered the bustling marketplace. But even then, the criticisms didn't cease. Laughter echoed through the stalls, and fingers pointed at them. "Look at the fools. They have a donkey, yet they walk," a merchant roared. "What a waste." Juha, his shoulders slumping slightly, stopped amidst the chaos. He looked around at the faces, some mocking, some bewildered, some simply indifferent. A slow smile spread across his face. He finally understood. It was not about what he did, but about the nature of people. Everyone had an opinion, and no single action could appease them all. He turned to his son, his eyes twinkling. "Come," he said, his voice filled with newfound lightness. "Let's buy what we need and return home. It seems we've learned a valuable lesson today. That trying to please everyone is a fool's errand. We must live according to our own conscience and let others think what they will." With a renewed sense of peace, Juha navigated the market, no longer bothered by the whispers and stares.